Welcome to Tom Sox Weekly, sponsored by Zoom Indoor Cycling. I'm your host, Libby Davidson, and we have a great show for you this week. First, we're going to profile some of our newer guys, and then we're going to have our minds blown by one of our smartest players. But first, let's take a look at the plays of the week. Welcome back to the show. Throughout the summer, our roster has been pretty fluid, but thankfully we've added a trio of Johns Hopkins players. Our own Maddie McAmey caught up with these Blue Jays to see what they have to say about our relationship with this team throughout the summers.
Summer baseball rosters typically have plenty of turnover as the season winds down. With the team needing bodies, we reached out to a familiar program in Johns Hopkins University. One arrived by plane, one arrived by train, and one by car, but these Blue Jays are here to stay. Here's their story.
I'm Jasper Carmichael. I'm a pitcher from Delta, Colorado.
I'm Matthew Dillard. I'm a pitcher from Middletown, Maryland.
I'm James Ingram. I'm a catcher from Piscataway, New Jersey.
Jasper Carmichael, Matthew Dillard, and James Ingram were all in different places before they arrived for summer ball, but they all reunited in Charlottesville to improve this summer. The two pitchers and catcher are using their bond with each other to improve not only their game on the field this summer, but their relationships off the field with each other as well.
Everybody I'm playing with is better than me and has something I can learn from, so I'm just trying to learn from them, see what they do, what works for them, maybe adapt it to my own game and see, because a lot of these guys are older than me, they're in better programs, so I know I can improve my game in so many different ways, and I'm hoping to learn from them to improve.
Just get reps behind the plate, guy. Just seeing new things, working on new techniques, receiving, blocking, everything. And at the plate, just cleaning up some things on my swing, getting ready for the fall and spring season. I love those guys. The whole freshman class at Hopkins has really just formed kind of a brotherhood. We're all really close, so I just really love those guys.
It just gives us more opportunities to get to know each other, work together. Gives us a better opportunity to compete at a higher level, get to know each other, get to know our own limits and where we can improve. James is easily the most, it's definitely the least serious. I would hesitate to say Jasper's the most serious, but it really depends on the day. I think I would like to think I'm like a happy medium, depending on my mood.
Obviously, just getting close to those guys, even closer. People say that you form your biggest friendships in college, and I didn't think that was true, but now that I'm here, it's kind of starting to seem that way. So just getting to know these guys better is great, and I'm really looking forward to getting to know them more. So.
And for Jasper Carmichael, it's more than just his current Tom Sox teammates he's bonded with. A former two-time Tom Sox player, Sean McCracken, provided guidance on what to expect from the Sox and the Blue Jays.
We had a pitcher at Hopkins who pitched here the last couple of years, Sean McCracken, and he said that it was a great opportunity as well. So he was a great mentor throughout the whole season. I was kind of in a similar position as he was his freshman year, so he gave me a lot of advice on how to handle it and what to do to get better, really. And I still talk with him every once in a while, and so yeah, it was a great relationship to have as a freshman.
So it really like, you know, I felt at first like I might be out of place, like as a D3, you know, Hopkins small school, but then really like I kind of realized that everybody else is just people too, like even at the schools, and you know, it was cool to see that, and like now I can watch them on, like, I've been watching them in college playoffs and stuff. It's pretty cool, like people I know are new from the two years. So it's really like, it wasn't, you know, that different. It was cool to have wood bats, you know, so the hitters were a little bit, you know, nerfed. So that was a good experience. Yeah, it made me feel like I, you know, could compete with guys at that level, which is cool.
I think the school itself was the first big attractor. I mean, once I got into the school and then realized how successful and how dedicated the staff was to the program, but just how successful the program was in and of itself, I knew it was a good fit. I didn't like the idea of a big school, that's why I didn't go at a higher, like a D1 or D2. I liked the small school feel. Hopkins has a really good, it's prestigious. It's a great opportunity if you want to learn. So once I got in, I met the guys, met the coaches, realized how much they care about the game of baseball, and knew it was going to be right for me.
It's an excellent school. I love the program I'm in academically with my major. The team is doing great. We had a phenomenal season last season, so really can't complain about anything.
And as accomplished as these Blue Jays are on the diamond, all of them, and especially James Ingram, have some special talents off of it as well.
People don't know I'm actually a concert pianist, and when I was 10 years old, I played Fairy Tale, a song by an artist I really don't know who it is, at Carnegie Hall in New York.
I'm Maddie McAnemy, and this is Tom Sox TV.
Thank you, Maddie. Along with being an excellent pitcher, Sam Crawford of Georgia Tech is also quite the science buff. If you want to know anything about the laws of physics, or anything really, he's your guy. The other Crawford sat down with him to get an education he'll never forget.
I'm Crawford Humphreys. I'm here with Sam Crawford, who's my second favorite Crawford, of course, besides myself.
Oh, thank you.
From Georgia Tech, astrophysics major, and today he's going to be telling me some mind-blowing facts, one of the smartest guys on the team right here. So let's go ahead and get into it. I think my mind is ready to process all this.
All right, cool.
Hit me with the first one.
All right, so first thing that's kind of cool is, so like, we're all made up of a bunch of empty space, right?
Yeah.
So, but we're also made up of atoms. But you're like 99.9999999% empty space. So if you took all of that empty space and you like squished all the human race's atoms together, we would all fit inside a sugar cube.
Good.
All right.
So we're already off to a hot start here, my
Yeah,
friends.
we are.
I'm still trying to process that last one. Let's go to number 2 real quick.
What's up, Ramon?
Let's run to number 2.
All right. Okay, so number 2 is that, so you know how I said that we're going to squeeze all those atoms together? Okay, well, if we did, and any of those atoms actually touched, then there would be like a giant explosion and Charlottesville would be obliterated. So a hydrogen bomb is basically fusing 2 atoms together. And so like right now, I'm not touching Crawford. Like we don't actually touch anything. It's cool. All you're feeling is like repulsions from the atoms touching each other. Like trying not to touch each other. So like if you actually touch something, it'd be like a atomic bomb. It's cool.
It's 5:30. It's too early for this. I'm still struggling.
Yeah.
All right, let's
Okay.
go number. So
All right,
3 out of 5.
so number 3.
I'm already working the process.
So we're gonna go baseball theme for number 3. So building on number 2, if I were to throw a baseball at 95% of the speed of light, which I can do, by the way, I can 100% do that.
Wow.
I
That's what Tommy John surgery does.
I kind of throw gas.
That's basically what it does. Yeah.
Yeah, no, for sure. But I don't do that because if I did, then it would be going so fast that the atoms would all like stack up on each other in front of the ball because they wouldn't have time to move out of the way, and the same thing would happen. It would explode. So like that field would be a crater, and I would have technically hit the batter. So I guess he would have gotten first. That would be tough. That'd be kind of tough. All right.
And this is the last one.
3.
Last one.
No, I got 2 more.
We got 2 more. Oh my
yeah, we got
God.
2 more.
All right.
We got 2 more.
I don't know if I can handle this at this point.
Oh wait, hold on. Do we have 2 more?
Yes.
Oh yeah, we do have 2 more. So, all right. So the next one is, if you were to travel like as far as you could in one direction, like you left Earth, you just like kept running.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, you'd be dead if you kept running like off of Earth. That'd be kind of cool. You just like kept running.
Yeah.
You just keep going.
Like Forrest Gump.
As far as you can go. Edge of the observable universe. You're still in the center of the universe, because the universe is so enormously big that it is not possible for you to get any closer. There's no possible way for you to get any like meaningful distance closer to the edge of the universe. So you're at the center of your universe. I'm the center of my universe. Jack's out there in the center of his own universe. You know, when people say that you're not at the center of your own universe, they're wrong. So that's the thing. They're wrong.
Take note of that.
Exactly. So 5th and final one.
This is the best one, right? This is the one where just like my brain disintegrates.
Yeah, this one's pretty cool.
This
I
is
don't
beyond
know.
comprehension,
So
unless I'm an astrophysics major at Georgia Tech.
well, I'm not an astrophysics major at Georgia Tech. I'm an aerospace engineer. So hold on.
Wow.
Let's
smarter.
calm down there. Let's
It
calm
just
down there.
keeps climbing.
I kind of would. Astrophysics would be kind of cool. I don't think it's a major at Georgia Tech. That'd be lit though. All right. So 5th and final physics thing is that if you were running really fast, again, like apparently you're just really fast today.
Yeah.
So if you were running, you were
naturally.
going like 95% of the speed of light.
Like
you just
Forrest Gump
like
times
kept
20,
going.
basically.
Yeah. No, seriously, like the Flash times 20.
Yeah.
Okay. And you get like right up to the speed of light. If you tried to run faster, it's not possible because you can't go faster than the speed of light. It's not possible. If you somehow like got more energy, then you would just gain mass, because it would be easier once you get up going that fast for you to gain mass than it would be for you to go faster. So you would spontaneously get bigger. So if you want to get bigger, ladies and gentlemen, run really fast. That's all I gotta say.
You got it worked out your right here. Well,
all
Sam
I got.
Crawford, thank you. I mean, I don't know how I'm gonna be able to process tonight's game, but thank you for that.
Physics. Lit.
Coming up on this week's edition of Tom Sox Weekly, we will put another player on the hot seat. Additionally, we will be profiling one of Tom Sox's most loyal fans. But first, let's take a moment to pause and recognize our great sponsor, Zoom Indoor Cycling.
Tom Sox Weekly is presented by Zoom Indoor Cycling. Located at 1929 Arlington Boulevard here in Charlottesville, Zoom is the premier spin cycle destination in Central Virginia. Your first class is free and you can sign up online at zoomcville.com. Zoom Indoor Cycling. Clip in, rock out, ride on.
Trey McDyer of Liberty University has been on fire lately, but can he withstand a round of burning questions? Our own Doria Martingale sat down with him on this week's edition of The Hot Seat.
Hi, this is Doria Martingale, and you're watching The Hot Seat, where we ask players on the Tom Sox team burning questions.
If you could live in another country, which country would you live in?
If I could live in another country, I would live in Thailand. It's the street food capital of the world.
That's a good answer. What is your best knock-knock joke?
I mean, I'm gonna have to go with the classic knock knock.
Who's there?
Orange.
Orange, who?
Knock knock.
Who's there?
Orange.
Orange, who?
Knock knock.
Who's there?
Banana. Think about it. Orange, you got it. I didn't say banana.
That was a good one.
That was so bad.
Is a hot dog a sandwich?
A hot dog's not a sandwich. I would consider that more a sub than a sandwich. because of the type of bread used.
Fair, but is a sub a sandwich?
No.
Okay, fair. Other than baseball, what is the best sport ever created?
The best sport ever created. Frisbee golf. I love frisbee golf. I can't get enough of it.
Never played.
You should try it.
Ultimate frisbee. I'm more of an ultimate frisbee
Close
kind
enough.
of person.
Close enough.
Yeah. What is your favorite pickup line?
I think make sure it's appropriate. Okay. Well, actually, we'll keep it religious and liberty themed. And I'll ask you, are you religious?
Yeah.
It's like, oh, because you're the answer to my prayers.
Liberty's gonna love this one. Who on the Tom Sox team are you the most like?
The most like?
Yeah.
That's a tough one. There's a couple guys. Christian and I have a pretty good relationship, and Brock Edge and I share a pretty good sense of humor.
Yeah.
So those two are probably the first that come to mind.
I think Brock Edge is a solid dude. He's definitely an intern favorite.
Oh, good. Good guy, Brock.
What is your second favorite color?
My second favorite color is blue.
Okay, what's the first?
Green.
Tom Sox colors.
I mean,
it's not a
you can't beat it.
coincidence.
You can't beat it.
Okay, so with the Jonas Brothers making a comeback this past year, Jonas Brothers or One Direction or another boy band?
Growing up, it was Backstreet Boys.
Okay.
But between the two you gave me, I'd have to go Jonas Brothers.
And who is your favorite boy band member?
Probably Kevin. I think Kevin's underrated. Nobody talks about him. He
I
just
agree.
keeps to himself.
No,
I
I agree.
appreciate Kevin.
Yeah, you should watch the Jonas Brothers documentary on Amazon. It's pretty good.
Is it worth it?
Yeah. The final question. Will you be joining the raid of Area 51?
If I had the means to get to Area 51, I would consider it. But I also don't think that it would be a good idea for me to go. I'd get way too excited seeing aliens.
But aliens are definitely there.
100% there. If not there, they're somewhere. They're somewhere on Earth.
And the moon landing, did it happen? Do you agree with Sam Crawford?
I don't know. What's his stance on it?
He thinks it happened. Tyler and Ben both think the moon landing happened.
I think it happened. It's a strange thing to fake. You know?
Okay.
I think it happened.
We're 2 for 2 with the moon landing.
If there are any questions that you liked or questions that you would like to see in the next episode of The Hot Seat, let us know in the comments below.
Thank you, Doria. Marvin Kee is arguably the most loyal Tom Sox fan, but due to some health complications, he has been unable to make most of the games this season. Although he is back and ready to cheer on the Tom Sox all the way through the season. Our own Tyler fan caught up with him to see what he has to say.
With a roster that turns over each year and personnel changes that take place away from the field, it is difficult to find many constants throughout the strange world of summer baseball. In the case of the Charlottesville Tom Sox, the players and even the coaches have changed over the years, but one thing has remained the same: the presence of superfan Marvin Kee in the stands. Marvin and his wife Ruth have been fixtures here at Seaville Weekly Ballpark since the Tom Sox were founded back in 2015. The couple typically arrives at each game at the conclusion of batting practice and takes their seats right below the Crutchfield press box. The Kees welcome the fans as they enter one by one at the home plate bleachers, and Marvin always assists the press box with personnel in seeing the defensive changes throughout the game. But after the first game of the 2019 season, the Tom Sox would suddenly have a major void to fill in the stands.
This year, had a little health issue and had some major surgery, but 1 month out from it, recovering well, and within 4 weeks or 3 weeks of having the surgery, I was back at the games.
Ruth made several appearances after her husband's surgery, knowing full well that it would be a while until Marvin could return to the Tom Sox. The month-long absence felt like an eternity for Kee, who had been counting down the days until the summer season since last August. With each passing game, the diehard fans that sat behind the home plate were wondering if or when they would ever see their friendly neighbor again. Little did they know that Kee was pushing himself every day to come back to the place he loved to watch baseball.
Well, we've got like a little family we sit with in the stands. All of us have become a family, basically, and it's kind of nice. They were inquiring as to my status almost daily, which made me feel good that people were concerned. I heard from the team as well, a couple people on the team, and it made me feel good. I mean, we've been coming to the game since the Tom Sox were founded, and we're season ticket holders for the last 4 years, so it's been fun. we enjoy coming out. It's a nice change of pace.
Kee is exactly the type of fan that the organization was hoping to reach. The North Carolina native hopped on the Tom Sox train early and even stuck out through the 2 losing seasons to start. Then the team's fortunes changed in year 3 as the crowd started to get bigger, but Kee's jolly personality and knowledge of the game stood out amongst the noise. For Kee, summer baseball represents the perfect opportunity to let loose from all the stresses of everyday life and get lost in the atmosphere of baseball.
Right now, they'd have to be my favorite. They really would, because it's the quality of the game, but not only that, it's the quality of the players, not just the talent on the field, but the way they act off the field. I mean, they're just down-to-earth people. You can talk to them in the stands when they're doing the 50-50 or when they're before the game. They're always having a good time, and they make you feel like you want to be here. And they're great kids.
Kee has moved from the top of the bleachers down here to the fences for the rest of the summer. With more rehab to go, we did have concerns if he would make it out to the postseason games, and he put all the concerns aside and told us he would.
Oh, definitely. No doubt about it. I will be here. Unless something sets me back, I'll be here for every postseason game.
I'm Tyler Fannin, and this is Tom Sox Weekly.
Before we let you go, let's take a look at the VBL playoff bracket list as of now. That's all the time we have for this week's edition of Tom Sox Weekly. Until next time, I'm Libby Davidson, and go Sox!